my spooky friends. Welcome to 31 Days Till Halloween. I cannot believe it's almost done. I hope you guys are enjoying these videos just as much as I am making these videos for you guys. It's so crazy in my opinion. It's almost done. In this video, I'm going to be talking about Queen Mary and about the ship. So let's just get right into it. So Mary spent 3 decades transporting the rich and famous across the Atlanta before retiring in 1967. She survived the Great Depression and World War II and managed to avoid the tragic fate of her cousin Titanic. But under the guise of the glamour of this haunted ship is hiding a lot of dark secrets. At least 47 people died aboard the Queen Mary during her time at sea. A young crew member named John Petter was crushed by a door during an emergency drill. Another died after drinking gin that turned out to be cleaning fluid. The rest died of natural causes. That's what the official, recorder person had said, but hundreds of others are said to have died there, or at least a hand of Queen Mary's prior to her retirement. In 1939, the ship was drafted to military service. Britain believed her size and spend would keep her safe, and the German U-boats, and they were right. It's a rumor that Hitler offered $250,000 reward to any submarine captain who could successfully sink her. But the Queen Mary's affectionately came at a cost. She was pushed to the limit, often cramming 15,000 soldiers into spaces designed for 2,200 passengers. She was stripped of her fine detour and in other orders to create more space. Her bright smoke sackers were painted navy gray, and her portholes were blacked out and welded shut. The transformation earned her nickname as the Gray Ghost. In the summer, soldiers slept shoulder to shoulder above the deck and took turns sleeping in bunks below the deck. The lack of airflow made the cabins really hot and suffocating. Some soldiers died from the heat exhaustions, and others just jumped off the ship. Legend says the staff went half crazy too. One rather gruesome rumor is that the gallery crew locked the chief in his own oven one night, roasting him alive. Though there are no records of the chef demons, there is substantial evidence that Mary was responsible for deaths of over 300 men. The ship is reportedly haunted by over 100 spirits, the most infamous being the spirit of Saturn room B340, where paranormal activity is so frequent and intense that some members of the crew refuse to go inside. Everyone seems to have their own story, but who or what haunts the room? In 1948, a third-class passenger named Walter J. Adamson mysteriously died there. Another theory claims staff locked a man in his third-class room after he murdered 2 women in the 1960s. During the night, he began beating on the door and screaming to the guard outside that something was in the room with him. When they opened the door in the morning, they found his bloody, mangled body, and he had been ripped apart. When the ship was retired in 1967, 3 third-class rooms were combined with 2 create a larger hotel room, B340. Not longer after, guests began reporting odd things. This stateroom was a problem long before the Queen Mary opened as a hotel. In 1948, a British third-class passenger, Walter J. Adamson, passed away in the room under certain situations that have been lost to time. Later in 1966, a woman staying in the room claimed that she was woken up when the bed covers were pulled off of her, and she saw a man standing at the foot of her bed. Then she started to scream and rang for a steward, but the man apparently vanished in the air. In the years since, guests have reported hearing someone knocking on the door in the middle of the night and seeing bathroom lights mysteriously turned on. Even the hotel's maids have made reports of water running when no one had been staying in the room for days. And on one occasion of the bed covers being pulled off right after the bed had just been made. The room was closed to guests for many years, but it has since reopened for anyone looking for an evening of creepy paranormal fun. And about one of the rooms in 1989, 2 women were sent to clean this lounge for a VIP appointment. When this entered the room, they found a guest sitting silently in the chair in the middle of the dance floor. When a third woman came in to help with the cleaning, she remarked that the guest was staring, and she asked him to move. As the employees started to call security, the guest faded into the air right in front of them. All 3 women reported seeing the same exact thing. The Mayfair room. So this room was once the ship's beauty salon, but now it is used as an office space for the hotel employees. In 2001, a member of the accounting staff came in early for work at 5:30 a.m. To be exact, at Simple felt like something was off. She went about her office tasks before sitting down at her desk and feeling unusual cold. Later, she felt someone brushed up against the back of her chair, but no one was there. Just minutes after that, the woman saw a transparent figure in white walking across the room and passed through the door. Needless to say, the employee grabbed her keys and fled the room until her coworkers arrived. And then this next room area is the first class swimming pool. This now abandoned onboard pool, as once was an luxury with foundation, a mother of pearl ceiling, and really beautiful tiles. The pool is no longer in use because of California's code issues, but that doesn't stop it from being one of the hotbeds of the paranormal activity on the ship. People have been reported seeing a number of things here. A young woman in a tennis skirt walking downstairs and disappearing behind a pillar. A woman in an odd wedding gown next to a pool with a little boy in a suit. And a cloud of steam appearing out of nowhere, along with a little girl in a blue and white dress who disappeared in an instant. There is a room called Boyle Room number 4. Multiple people have reported seeing a little girl in this area, sometimes sucking on her thumb and sometimes with a doll in hand. Whether or not the room is haunted by this little girl, probably chosen to stay away. This next room is Hatched Door, and it's number 13. This hatched door is known as Shaft Alley, and it was a site of gruesome accident that saw in a crewman crashed to death. One night in 1966, the water light doors in the engine of the Boyle rooms were ordered to be closed, but about 5 minutes later, an 18-year-old crew member from Yorkshire was found crushed in the door of hatch 13, trapped with his arms pinned to his side. Although the man was freed and carried to the hospital ward, it was too late. His showed signs of crushing injuries in his arms and chest and pelvis that was bleeding from his nose. He was injected with morphine but died shortly after. His ghost is regularly seen around the area now, with people reporting the sound of someone running behind them and whistling. There has been others have possibly made contact with the Doom crewmen, noticing spots of grease that look a lot like fingerprints on their face. Some have seen a figure of a bearded man in blue coveralls with looks just like the man who died of the corner of their eyes. Multiple others have said they saw an engineer wandering the halls asking if guests had seen his wrench. But when they went back to find him, he had disappeared. From that being said, this is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And like I said, I can't believe this is almost done, like this whole 31 days and whatnot. If you guys want me to go to this place or any other paranormal places, let me know in the comments so then I can go to it hopefully next October for you guys and maybe do some investigations. And if you aren't already or yet subscribe, please hit the subscribe button because I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers. And don't forget to share these videos. And from all that is due, I hope to see you guys in the next video. And remember to keep it spooky. Bye.